Today, we're going to be putting HIDs on our 2009 Ninja 250R. We're going to do a step-by-step process of how to install, in this case, some cheap HIDs that we got from a friend for free. But it's going to be basically the same premise, so here we go. So this is what the stock headlights look like. You got your high beams there and your low beams there. So the first step that we're going to do, we're going to actually take the fairings off to get access to the wires that are up underneath there. So as you can see, we've pulled the right side fairing off, and we can actually see right up in there to the plug where the high beam plugs in. So the first thing we're going to do is actually disconnect the high beam connection and pull the old bulb out, and then put the new HID bulb in. To do that, we're just going to unplug the connector, like so. This whole boot, rubber boot, just pulls right off. It's got a tab on there, you just pull on it. And then there is a wire restrainer holding the bulb in. We're gonna push in on that and lift up, and it folds back. And then the bulb should just pull right out. And voila, we have the old high beam out. So if you notice, the stock bulb on the right side has a little spacer that the retaining clip pushes down on. Most HID kits will come with a spacer that looks like the one on the right side. Our kit, however, did not, so we went to Ace and got some flat washers that we're going to stick in there as spacers. Here we've got a bunch of fiber spacers on our H7 bulb, and we're gonna actually just put it right back in where the stock bulb came out of, and then put that clip right on top of it, just like we pulled off when we pulled the stock bulb off. So now we've got the HID bulb in there, and we're gonna push the boot back onto the back of the housing, just like that. Just snaps in place. At this point, we're looking for a good place to mount the ballasts. So we decided that right on this plastic shroud here was a good place to mount them. We can have the wires facing up into the headlight housing. We're gonna use 3M double-sided adhesive tape. So we're gonna put a little bit of that on the back of the ballasts. We're gonna peel off the backing and just stick it on, but we wanna make sure before doing so to clean this surface that we're attaching to. So now that we've got the ballast mounted, we're gonna go ahead and just plug in the headlight wires to the ballast, and then plug in the existing headlight wiring, obviously black to black, red to red, into the ballast. And then from there, we use zip ties to clean up all the wiring, and we're good to go. We've got all the wiring plugged in and zip tied together nice and firmly for a nice neat installation. So that concludes the installation of the right side. We're just gonna go to the left side of the bike and do exactly the same thing with another H7 HID kit. We just finished the same procedure on the left side of the bike. The ballast is mounted, the bulb is in, and the wiring is all tucked with zip ties. So we can go ahead and put the fairings back on and go for a ride. So here we're gonna turn it on and test them out. There's our low beams as they warm up, and we'll turn on the high beams as well. And they warm up, get nice and bright. The kit that we got in particular was a 35 watt HID kit. These are about an 8000K, so kind of an iceberg blue as it's called. You can also get 55 watt kits for a little bit of extra brightness. With the Ninja 250, some people have had issues with blowing the stock fuse, in which case you can actually throw in a 5 or 10 more amps fuse. Though we installed the cheapo eBay kit, the Therubbersidedown recommends the DDM HID kit. We found a lot better reliability and durability in their kits. Thanks for watching from the Rubber Side Down.